Forget the $1,000,000 smile, forget the people's eyebrow. Forget the hero who has saved the world a dozen times over. That version of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is gone. In his place is a 270-pound force of nature, fueled by pain, addiction, and the quiet desperation that follows a devastating loss. What we're about to witness isn't just a new role for Johnson. It's the complete deconstruction of a global icon, and it's happening inside the brutal, unforgiving world of mixed martial arts. This is a transformation so raw it will force you to question everything you thought you knew about one of the biggest stars on the planet. For more than 2 decades, Dwayne Johnson has built an empire on being the ultimate good guy. He's the cavalry, the charismatic leader, the real-life hero who inspires millions. But with the 2005 for film The Smashing Machine, that entire image is being systematically dismantled. Directed by Benny Safdie, known for his gritty and hyper-realistic style, this film is not another blockbuster action flick. Instead, it's a powerhouse biographical drama about the life of MMA pioneer Mark Kerr, a man whose story is as much about his struggle with opioid addiction as it is about his championships. This is Dwayne Johnson's true anti-hero debut. It's a calculated, career-redefining pivot into a darkness we've never seen from him. This isn't just about playing a bad guy. It's about embodying a character who lives in the gray, a man who is both a champion and a victim of his own demons. The performance is already being hailed as the best of his career, a raw and vulnerable portrayal that strips away every last bit of his trademark charm. This film is a statement, a bold declaration that Johnson is ready to shatter his own myth. To understand just how radical this transformation is, you have to look at the brand Dwayne Johnson has meticulously crafted. Think about his most iconic roles. As Luke Hobbs in the Fast and Furious franchise, he was the unwavering lawman, a human tank who always fought for what was right. In Jumanji, he's the charming, heroic adventurer. He even voiced the demigod Maui in Mona, a flawed but ultimately lovable hero. His characters are built on charisma, strength, and an unshakable moral compass. For 20 years, he has been Hollywood's most reliable savior. This persona wasn't an accident. It's an extension of his public image, the friendly giant with an infectious smile and a work ethic that's second to none. He is the people's champ, a title that transcends his wrestling roots and defines his relationship with a global audience. We don't just watch his movies, we buy into the idea of Dwayne Johnson as a force for good. He has, of course, flirted with more complex characters. In Pain and Gain, he played a misguided, born-again criminal, hinting at a willingness to explore moral ambiguity. In Get Smart, he was the twist villain, Agent 23, whose charm curdled into something genuinely menacing. But these were exceptions, brief detours from his heroic path. They were characters who were bad, but they never challenged the core brand. They lacked the profound internal conflict and the mix of admirable and deplorable traits that define the modern anti-hero. These roles were Johnson dipping his toe in darker waters. With The Smashing Machine, he's plunged headfirst into the abyss. The first real sign that Johnson was determined to break his heroic typecast came with Black Adam. For years, he promised that the hierarchy of power in the DC universe was about to change, and with it, the hierarchy of his own career. Black Adam was not a hero, he was an ancient, godlike being freed after millennia of imprisonment, ready to unleash his brutal form of justice on the modern world. This role was a significant and intentional step into the anti-hero archetype. Johnson wasn't playing a savior, he was playing a punisher. Black Adam's moral code was entirely his own, forged in tragedy and driven by rage. He wasn't interested in saving everyone, only in protecting his own and destroying anyone who stood in his way. This was a Johnson who was violent, uncompromising, and unapologetically dark. While the film had its own challenges, the character itself served as a crucial bridge. It was a test to see if audiences would accept their favorite hero as a figure of moral ambiguity. It proved that Johnson could command a screen without his signature smile and embody a character who operated outside the lines of good and evil. Black Adam cracked the heroic mold, creating the space for a performance that would shatter it completely. It was the necessary precursor, the warning shot before the main event, and then came the smashing machine. This is not a film about a hero, it's a film about a man. Specifically, it's about Mark Kerr, a real-life MMA pioneer who was both a dominant champion and a man grappling with a severe addiction to painkillers. In his solo directorial debut, Benny Safdie brings his signature observational style, refusing to glamorize the brutal reality of Kerr's life. Johnson's performance is nothing short of a revelation. Aided by prosthetics, he disappears into the role, completely changing his demeanor. Gone is the booming voice and bombastic personality. In its place is a quiet, gentle-spoken man whose immense physical power is matched only by his profound vulnerability. Critics have praised the performance as the best of his career, and director Benny Safdie won the Silver Lion for Best Director at the Venice International Film Festival, where the film received a 15-minute standing ovation. What makes Mark Kerr a quintessential anti-hero is his complexity. In the ring, he's a man-machine, an engine of demolition. Outside of it, however, he's a man struggling to hold himself together. The film explores his volatile relationship with his wife, Dawn, played by Emily Blunt, showing how his addiction and the pressures of his career warped his personality. He is not a simple hero to root for or a villain to despise. He is deeply, tragically human. The film doesn't put him on a pedestal. It simply shows his flawed existence. This level of character deconstruction is a rare and fascinating thing to watch. It forces us to reconsider what we expect from our biggest stars. What other actors do you think have completely reinvented their careers with a single, daring role? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The significance of the smashing machine extends far beyond just one performance. For Dwayne Johnson, this role is a gateway. At 53, it launches him into a new phase of his career, one where he can pursue more dramatic, challenging parts, and prove he is far more than just a blockbuster brand. He has admitted to feeling pigeonholed, and this film represents him taking back control of his own artistic narrative. It gives him the indie credibility that can lead to Oscar nominations and a legacy built on acting prowess, not just box office numbers. For Hollywood, Johnson's pivot reflects a larger appetite for morally complex protagonists. Audiences are tired of black and white heroes. They crave stories that reflect real human complexity, and the smashing machine delivers exactly that. By casting one of the world's most bankable stars in such an unconventional sports movie, A24 and Benny Safdie are making a bold statement. Audiences are ready for challenging material, and even the biggest stars should be taking risks. This film serves as a powerful reminder that true artistry often lies in the willingness to explore the uncomfortable truths of the human condition. With the smashing machine, Dwayne Johnson isn't just playing an anti-hero. He is fundamentally transforming his public and professional identity. The movie, set for release on October 3, 2025, is more than just a film. It is a meticulously crafted deconstruction of a global icon. The charming, invincible hero is gone, replaced by a raw, fallible, and deeply compelling human being. The people's champ has stepped aside, and in his place stands something far more interesting, a true actor.